Previously on Imagine Dungeons.
We happen to know of secret magical item. I'm not sure quite what it is, but I've heard that it could summon something powerful enough to cover an escape route.
This abbey used to be dedicated to, it was really a bunch of monks who worshipped large sea monsters and called them gods. You see that there's a wooden whistle that's carved to look like a squid.
Ridley Fontina runs the Fontina Marina.
The barge you sold us, low quality wood, holes in the bottom.
Okay.
Not fit for the sea. There are 2 scrolls in this nest as well.
Are they booby-trapped? May I...
Do you pull them out?
I would like to know. Hey guys, don't worry, these scrolls are normal. And then he grabs the scrolls.
Okay. These 2 spell scrolls are the spells Commune and Blight. And then everybody needs to make a dex save.
All right.
Everybody?
Beans. That's a nat 20.
13 for Sue.
14 plus 2, 16 for Glint.
16 plus 1, 17 for Donnie.
I believe this will cover it. 9.
Fire continues to rain down from the ceiling. Ridley, you take 1 fire damage from a piece of wood that hits you in the back of the ankle.
Let me get that healing potion.
Yeah, if I was going to say Fiddles pokes Ridley with the healing potion.
Leadhead is like, I think that's everything we came for. We should probably just get out of here. I mean, if you guys still want to be pirates.
Do we want to be pirates, y'all?
Do we?
Leadhead says, yup.
I think Fiddles would say, is there a less Bernie place for like a group round table sort of discussion?
I love it. Let's head back up and find a...
Donnie and I found some paths up there to the west. I mean, we're already down here.
We are already down here.
All right, let's go. But if anybody starts feeling bad, you just say the word and we'll go.
Oh, I haven't felt good for a very long time.
This tunnel in the west winds until it leads you south. And here is where you find the skeletal remains of what their meals were. There are rats and a skeleton that looks like it belonged to a deer at one point, till finally you see that there are skeletal remains of dwarves. Most of them are unarmed except for 3 that are all piled up. Their armor's faded with age.
I've got no need for armor, but if anybody wanted to check that out and add it to the pack, worth a shot, I guess. If you're fine taking from the dead.
I think I'm all right. I don't need any of that.
I might just check. I don't want to... Ridley doesn't want to rob these bodies. But he does want to make sure that if anything needs a good second life, that it's given an opportunity to find a home.
He's thrifting.
I think Fiddlesticks immediately starts rifling, just like no regard for the sanctity of like bless these souls. Just immediately starts like,
In one of the armor, you see that there's like a metallic pouch that, is clearly used to protect whatever's inside from the elements. That's the only thing that you find on the 3 bodies other than their rusted armor.
yeah, absolutely yoink that pouch.
When you spin it, it opens, and inside are 3 golden ore.
Ooh.
and a wand that you pull out, and it has the create bonfire spell.
Fiddlesticks just in one motion kind of like opens, looks, and just tosses the pouch to Glint, I think. Glint seems like a stuff guy.
Big stuff guy.
It's got sticks. I feel like you like sticks.
Where did you get this?
Body.
Whose?
I didn't get a chance to ask his name, but I'm gonna go with Carl.
Yeah, we were born in the wrong year for that.
He's got Carl energy.
Glint is not 100% comfortable taking from the dead, but stuff is stuff.
Oh, Fiddles super is, so hand it back if you don't want it.
Let's get a deck save.
Oh, we got to get out of this cave.
Yeah, we gotta go.
leave this
We gotta
cave.
go.
Oh, it's raining fire.
2 + 2 is 4 for Glint.
16 + 1, 17.
8 + 5 is 13.
14 + 0, 14 for Sue.
Nat 7.
Glint and Ridley take 3 fire damage.
Okay.
All right, y'all. I'm making the call. It's time to go.
Yeah. Smelling his party's flesh. Donnie's like, yeah, well, let's say we hit on out.
Davey is running around in circles, making like exclaimed robot.
Which is DM for, there's nothing here but another pouch.
Yeah.
All right, we head up.
Roll for leave.
How do we leave? Because we jumped down here, though.
Jump down the hole, yeah. We're stuck down here.
When you make your way back to the hole, it looks like at the bottom was a rope at one point, and there is a conveniently placed metal spikes that you could use as like a makeshift climbing kit.
Look at that.
But I will need
That
somebody
can't be it.
to figure out how to do that, if that's the path that you're taking.
Okay.
Make a climbing kit?
You could roll a straight intelligence check to see like if you're smart enough to figure out how to put these things together.
I would love to roll intelligence.
Please do.
Please do.
I could do intimidation.
Oh no.
4 + 3, 7.
Can I intimidate Glint to do better?
Roll an intimidation check.
Stop.
I'm
You said, dude.
I'm
Do it.
curious more than anything.
Nope.
You feel too bad.
That was an 8. I'm gonna roll better on the next episode, everybody.
Yeah.
Can I give it a try with the intelligence roll just to see if we can figure out this ladder?
Sure. If he gets it, you will not be hurt by the fire. If he does not, more fire will fall, and then whoever would like to will get another chance.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Fiddles, you're well acquainted with climbing things
I've heard of sticks. I've heard of ropes.
and have no issue putting this together and then immediately begin the climb up. Where you
It does feel like climbing things would be little rogue type stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so with that,
Yeah.
everybody's able to climb out. You still hear Leadhead muttering the words from the nest under his breath. Coming back to the surface, you guys find yourself back in the hallway, this unpaved room into this former prison cell. It's quiet.
Guys, I don't know if we ever told you this, but there was another room here with a bunch of goblins in it. And we told them that we didn't really want, that we tricked them. And I remember how we did it, but we did trick them and went down to where you are.
There's a whole gaggle of them. Yeah.
I believe you.
Can we hear any goblin voices now?
Good question.
Give me a perception check.
You got it. I am okay at that. That is a 14 + 3, 17.
Yeah, it is.
You put your ear to the door, and strangely enough, the only sound that you hear seems to be the two-headed giant snoring.
Well, y'all, it sounds like everyone's cleared out of here. I don't hear anything. You're sure there were goblins?
I'd like to go first. I can talk to them, and they think I'm their friend.
All right, dear.
I'm their best friend, but they're not my best friend.
This hallway is pretty tight. If I move here, I think if I squeeze against this wall,
and I'll move here.
Yep. Okay.
And then I'm
through the legs.
Fiddlesticks has curled up into a ball so everybody can get past.
You hand Davy to me.
I made it, and now I'm in front.
Leadhead is like, had to get the little ones back or I'm gonna get in trouble.
Can we, if we talk here, do we feel like the two-headed giant will wake up, or do we feel like we're pretty covered for a politely volumed conversation?
Yeah, it's not gonna. You feel fine about not waking him up.
Okay, Fiddlestick says, earlier I heard Donnie say he wanted to lead a conversation about whether we should be pirates. Donnie?
I don't recall, to be honest with you, about,
Fiddlesticks looks shocked. What?
Did I say that?
What?
Did I say it? Yeah, how do we feel about, being pirates?
As I said before, piracy has a certain connotation with regards to the legality of one's own actions. And I am not comfortable with anything that is not strictly legal.
Leadhead chuckles.
Well,
Fiddlesticks says, sorry, I just woke up from a nap while the nerd guy was talking, and he holds out a fist bump to Davy Sprocket as he dunks on Glint.
Davy looks at you emptily.
Yeah.
Looks at your knuckles and then slowly just makes it back to you, but doesn't dap you up.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks leans in and does it for him. Don't worry about it.
I think Donnie wants to get real thoughtful with Leadhead and maybe ask him more about the intention of piratehood. I want to persuade him to give us a little bit more of what might be going on. Can I do that? To persuade of the kind of danger we're in? Is this just a come party with us, or do we become vampires or something? Do we already know this?
Do you think this dude has any idea?
How do you initiate that? Are you just Leadhead, what's going on here?
Well, no, I think while Fiddle's dapping up Davy or whatever, I just kind of managed to in the tight hallway push people aside a bit. Maybe Leadhead's not looking at me, and I kind of give him a little pat on the cheek so we can look eye to eye.
Leadhead's huh?
Donnie will kind of look at him and be like, Leadhead, man, I gotta tell you, there's really nothing like going into battle that makes me respect somebody even more. And I gotta tell you, for most of this party, I have pretty close to some kind of utmost respect, but there's just one of you left that I'm not totally sure about. And he gets a little bit closer. He's like, Leadhead, I want you to maybe let me in a little bit more about this. I'm starting to warm up a bit, kind of like that big ugly one's belly that we killed there at the end. My belly's a little bit on fire too. Could you honestly let me know what kind of danger we may be in here? I don't mind hitching a ride, but I think I'll keep my blood to myself.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Thank the Lord. Because the first one was a 9, but let's see what we got. That's a nat. It's a critical fail on the second one. So we just had a 3 + 6, 9.
Leadhead's well, the good news is I think you're on the right track. Listen, the boss, he's a little rough around the edges, but he's a great guy. He takes care of us. And just trust me, you'll like it. You'll like it. Give it enough time, and you'll start seeing things the pirate way.
Leadhead, would you say you are a scallywag?
I do my best to be.
And would you like me to be a scallywag?
Fiddlesticks is making the L7 weenie sign in the background of the conversation.
I think you've already taken your first step at being a scallywag.
Well, thank you, Leadhead. That means a lot to me. Wouldn't you suppose, then, that the way for me to continue to become the scallywag that you always knew I could be would be to further disobey? After all, isn't that what a scallywag does? Doesn't he disobey the things that he is asked to do? So if you ask me to return to the ship, don't you think that if I were a true scallywag, I would not return to the ship?
Roll persuasion with disadvantage. As he's having a hard
Clearly,
time.
I can't drink the wine in front of you.
As he has a hard time following what is going on here.
That is a 10 with disadvantage.
Listen, you lost me. I think the thinking is best left up to the captain. Let's just go get the little ones back. I can't remember their names. Horm and Mir, I think. They're around here somewhere. And then I think we're supposed to get treasure or something else also. Gold.
I wonder, I mean, if anybody overheard the conversation that Donnie had with Leadhead and then that Glint had with Leadhead. I think Donnie's kind of cool to just push forward with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believing in the capabilities of his party.
Let's just see what happens.
To continue it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ridley is visibly frustrated. So there's some stuff boiling beneath the surface for me.
Okay.
Making a little turtle stew.
It's getting a little warm.
That's a snapping turla.
Fiddlestick says, anybody else kind of want to see what the whole deal with the two-headed fella is?
Yep.
I feel like I can hear him snoring.
I think
Yes.
Fiddle's
Do y'all
head's
think
on
there's-
back. I think Fiddle's head's on.
Do you think there's
Sit over there.
any reason to check out that room where we saw the goblins earlier?
Nah.
Are we assuming they've done a good job of casing the joint?
Absolutely.
All right. I trust the goblins.
Gage, can I roll to see if I trust
This
the goblins?
gob is my witness.
I want to make sure this little church area is empty.
You're going to go look in there?
Can we do that
Yeah.
on our way down?
Yeah, I think we stick together on this. Whatever we head to, I think we head to
Yeah.
together.
Let's go in this room. This is where the goblinoids were earlier.
Yeah, when you open this door, you see, Ridley, you open the door?
I think so.
Roll a dex save.
Great.
Nope.
Oh no.
Oh.
+0. 7.
When you open the door, a whole bunch of pans and loose metal just falls on your head. You take 2 damage from it.
Good.
And you see the hobgoblins kind of turn to you in surprise. And on either side of the door are 2 bugbears holding their clubs,
Okay.
like they're ready to jump out and hit you until they saw it was you.
Oh, sorry. I get all turned around. I swore this was the bathroom. I have your pots and pans here. Would you want me to put these back?
The one who identified himself as the leader steps up and's like, "Did you find the bathroom or what?"
Well, no, I'm still actively holding in the old pissaruski. We also have not found anything vis-a-vis treasure. Y'all find anything?
Fiddlesticks just holds a thumbs up next to his chest. Like, yeah, that was nice.
So
Yeah, you need help in this room, or I don't know. How can we help you?
So you folks just went underground in that secret trap hole that we followed you to, lit a whole bunch of shit on fire,
Yes.
Oh.
but you didn't find anything?
In Goblin, I'm going to save, peek out from behind Ridley's shell and just be like, the fire was an accident.
Well, sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll be honest. We found 2 potions of minor healing.
We did take both of them. We got pretty hurt by the fire.
Roll a deception check.
I am not lying.
Deceivery.
That's true.
Line of omission.
You can roll or persuasion if it makes you feel better.
Nothing
What do you
makes
have
me
a better?
feel better.
What do you have a better plus to?
Deception. Please. No. I have a +5. It was a 10.
That's 5. Wow.
With a 10, Darg, the commander, is like, "Sure. Well, we came here to look for treasure. It's either down there or it's in the vault.
Where's the vault?
Listen, you can't leave here unless we get it."
Vault sounds really likely if I know anything.
If I were treasure, I'd be in a vault.
Is the vault behind the big fella?
Oh, James? Yeah, it's back there.
His name is James.
Is,
It's a common giant name.
is James one of yours, or
Yeah.
did he kind of come with the
Nah,
place?
he's with us.
Oh,
Oh.
So what's his job with the? We sort of thought, and this is on us, that he was maybe guarding the vault. But is that just kind of where he chose to sleep while he waited for y'all?
Well,
Can we get back there?
Yeah, I mean, sure, but he couldn't pull the door open. And then you see, you can hear James, the Etten, push his head through the door behind you, be like, boss? Did you call us?
Incredible ears on James.
Well, he's got 4 of them.
Fiddles is already sprinting to go try and pick the lock on this vault. Fiddles is like giddy, like practically vibrating to go try and pick the lock
Yeah,
on this
you can
vault.
like slip through James' legs and walk through the used to be a door here that's since crumbled.
Used to be a door
And it reveals a hallway. And you can see at the end of the hallway is this really ornate door. It's inlaid with, some jewels. It's your classic good vault. It has a lot of dents in it, though. And there's an alcove to the side that holds some rusted suits of armor. But weirdly, it looks like the helmet is intact with the actual breastplate here. But yeah, that's all that's in this hallway other than the vault door on the other side.
Can I see anywhere on the vault to like obviously insert some thieves' tools and get to work?
Yeah, there's a clear keyhole.
Well,
It is like comically small for the size of the vault.
so am I. Can I roll for jam 'em on in there?
Yeah. Roll a sleight of hand check.
I will. That's going to be a 7 + 7, 14.
You fiddle in there for a little bit,
Nice.
and it doesn't seem to budge.
Hey guys, for the first time, Fiddles has made a mistake.
is there something we can roll to help him to like give him another roll?
Confidence.
Or like, can we roll investigation or survival, history? I don't know, something to give us some more information.
Roll a perception check.
You got it.
Just Sue or a group one?
Whoever wants to roll can.
Cannot help. That was a 2 + 3, 5 from Sue.
Crit. 20 + 2, 22 for Glint.
Glint.
We needed that.
18 + 4, 22 for
Oh
Donnie.
man.
15.
Donnie, you remember that you guys found a key. Glint, you look at this keyhole and you're inspired to put the key that you found into this lock.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I did
Yo,
find a
we
key
had a
that I
key.
did forget about. We had a key. We had a key.
What about that key you found earlier?
Fiddlesticks just bashfully puts his thieves' tools back into his pocket. Like, yeah, I didn't do anything.
Glint walks past Fiddle and claps him on the shoulder, and then puts the key in the door
Yep.
Fiddles runs all the way home.
and turns it and opens the door with it.
That
Using the power of the key, I unlock the door.
power of the key.
And that'll do it. That will open up the vault door as the wheel spins and the door rolls open. This vault is dusty and it contains a huge pot in the middle that's full of gold coins. In the back of the room, you see a chest. There's a painting that's kind of ragged now. And there's a golden chalice that rests on a pedestal.
I want to see if the painting is of Dorian Gray.
Roll for Dorian Gray.
Yep.
I think Fiddles yells out, "Oh man, it's empty!" Just like back down the hallway.
The hobgoblins just kind of like look at you guys like they expect you guys to do the dirty work here.
What dirty work? There's nothing in here.
There's a pot full of gold.
No, No, I don't see that personally.
You don't need to come around the corner.
Yeah. Stay back, it smells.
Leadhead walks into the room and is like, here's the gold that the boss wanted you guys to bring to him.
Fiddles just looks so defeated after Leadhead says that.
It feels like we should bring it to him.
Are the goblins cool with that? Are they part of the pirate team, or are they a third party, a separate party of people down here?
Here's the deal. You guys give us the whistle that you found, and we'll let you keep everything in here.
The what? There was no whistle.
We know the whistle's down there.
I didn't see a whistle. There was a lot of fire, and I heard the whistle was wooden, according to legend. That's why they call it the wooden whistle.
Deception roll.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, if only I was good at that. Oh, wait, I am. That's a crit failure, though.
Oh,
Wait. That was a 15?
15.
It's a crit 15.
It's a crit 15.
Total 20. He,
I'm sorry, Gage.
Dark is like, it's got to be in here somewhere. And then Holmes and Meeks come forward and they're like, listen, these guys are our only hope to get away from these pirates.
Fiddles whispers to Holmes, you still owe me 5 gold, so I'm not sure you should be talking right now.
Holmes walks over to the pot and picks up 5 gold and then hands it to you.
And that is a debt rectified.
Anyways, I think this is about to boil to a head. And then they both kind of cower in this alcove over here.
Huddle?
Huddle. Let's huddle.
Huddle up?
Done huddle.
Huddle, agreed.
All right, we're gonna huddle up. Not with Leadhead. Love Leadhead, but away from him.
The family only.
Leadhead, something interesting over there. Go look at it.
Oh, we're over here.
Up far away. Very far.
Check all the small rocks up here, buddy. So option 1, we could try and get the goblins in the vault. We lock them in the vault. We leave.
I like option 1.
I like that.
Option 2, I didn't see how the goblins got here, but we try to escape with them, leave the vampires.
I think that's the real question.
Kind of nice to not be like an eternal servant of the night.
I think there's a third option.
Tell me more about this.
They already know we have the whistle, the wet whistle, right?
No.
They believe we could maybe have known about a whistle.
What if we blow the wet whistle?
Right here. Right now.
What if we blow the wet whistle?
I might have a better idea.
Leadhead yells back, I've been looking under all these rocks.
There's probably more of them out there, buddy.
Look at the little ones.
You got it, baby. I believe in you.
I found a stick.
Is it a magic stick?
Okay, that actually could be something. See if it turns.
It's got a button on it.
See if it turns.
Who has the whistle?
Sue does.
Sue, you mind showing me that really quick? I have an idea.
Yeah, I'll take it out of my pocket.
What if there was another whistle that looked a lot like this one? Do you think we could work with that?
Oh, you're saying pull one over on him.
A whistle heist.
I think we can give them something. Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. What'd they ask for?
Do you mean be dishonest?
Well, I don't know if it'll be okay with Glint. It might be a little scallywaggy, but
Dishonesty in the service of self-preservation is acceptable in extreme circumstances.
Glint has a book open.
Fiddlesticks does that thing where you salmon your hand between somebody's thighs on Glint.
Is this whistle is pretty small, yeah? Gage?
Yeah, I mean, it fits in the palm of your hand.
Excellent. Sue, Donnie kind of puts his hand out as he's saying some of this stuff, and he's like, "Do you trust me to try this idea real quick?"
It's all yours.
Awesome. And then he puts his hands together, and you start to hear the hum, like of when he gave Glint heroism, where it's kind of like an orchestra that's warming up. And he does performance of creation. And for this, he can create one non-magical item of my choice, So what I'm going to create is not a magical whistle. It's just going to be a piece of wood that looks just like this one. In an unoccupied space within 10 feet of you. The maximum value of the item is 60 GP. Does that still count here for this? Does that work?
That works.
It lasts for 2 hours. And so the maximum size can be medium, and this is small. And so I can only do this once per long rest, but he's going to open up his hands after it sounds like the orchestra is done warming up and is ready to perform. And now there's a whistle in each hand.
Now, Donnie, do you know which one is which? I need you to tell me. Do you know which one is which?
He puts them up close to his ears. He's got one for each ear, like he's trying to listen to the ocean with 2 separate shells. And he gives one back, and it says it's this one right here.
All right, Stu will pocket it again.
Yes. Okay, cool. And so he gets down on one knee and was talking to Glint. He's like, it seems like you've got a good idea here. What if we use this? Maybe tell them that we're going to give this up, make the trade that they want, either hand it over or put here in the vault. I think Ridley had a good idea too. We could lock them in. Maybe this is bait to get them in here, but maybe this is our carrot, I guess you could say.
Fiddles looks back at the goblins and just says really loudly, "Okay, if you think so."
Davy's opening the chest.
Awesome. I think he's going to give it to Glint. I think Donnie wants to give it to Glint and puts a big hand on Glint's shoulder and he says, Glint, why don't you let them have what they're looking for? Let's make a trade.
Glint's gonna go lay the fake wet whistle in the pot of gold, like kind of bury it a little bit under some of the gold pieces, and I think then he's gonna call out in Goblin so that they remember that I'm still on their team, that I'm their inside guy, and just be like, is this what you're looking for? We found something in the pot underneath some of the gold. Is this what you're looking for? Try and get him to come in here with us.
Yeah, the hobgoblins and the bugbears move in. He's like, found it. Give it here.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
He grabs it.
What?
And
what do we get in exchange? I seem to recall you offering us something in exchange for the
yes, everything in this room. Whatever.
Take. Roll for take.
Do you hand him the whistle?
Yes.
He takes it and he rolls it in his hands a little bit, and he turns around and looks at Leadhead and then blows the whistle. And then he looks at everyone and says, "There's a kraken on the way. Better get the hell out while you can." And then all the goblins are in a dead sprint out of this room.
And also Fiddles.
And
I would,
Yeah.
Ridley would like to kind of tail where they're going specifically, because I still don't understand how they can help us get out of here.
Right.
Oh, okay. Leadhead is confused, and he seems to be a little bit distraught at everyone just leaving. But wait, guys, we still gotta get this gold. I'm gonna get in trouble.
I think Fiddlesticks invites Leadhead to join us. I think Fiddlesticks is just piss or get off the pot, Leadhead.
Are we leaving all the gold?
Oh no, it's firmly in my pockets.
You have to.
Did we look in the chest? There's a chest in the room too, right?
Yeah, nobody looked in it.
Davey looked in it. You said Davey looked in it. What did Davey find?
Can you communicate with Davey?
He only speaks beep boops, dude.
Davey found
Davey found a plus 18 sword of death, and none of us took it.
Davey's waving around a metal rod.
Ooh.
Davey, can I see that, please?
Wait, is this the stick with the button?
It is a stick with a button that Leadhead dropped.
Davey, give that here, please.
Davey hands it over.
What is this?
It looks like a stick with a button on the top.
Can I roll a perception to see what this is? What is? I want to know what I'm holding. Arcana?
You can
what
roll
do I
an Arcana check to see if you've heard of something that looks like this before.
Joke's on you. I have +5 to Arcana. Make a harder game for me. Crit, +5, 25.
That's nice. With a 25, this is an immovable rod. When you push the button, it stands still. It cannot be moved. Then you click it again, and it, is a normal metal rod.
It unlocks. Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
And he gives you knuckles, like he reaches out for fist bump.
I give it back to him.
Yeah.
I taught him that. I taught him everything he knows.
The goblins are running out, and you see them running towards. There's like a makeshift chariot that they're all like climbing into. That's being pulled by wargs.
And there are flames on the side.
Hell yeah! They have skulls painted on the side.
Yeah.
It's like a Viking. It's like a Viking in mid swing with the hammer and like flames.
Yeah.
There's a wolf howling at the moon.
A warg. It's a howling warg.
There's not enough room for Meeks and Holmes, so they have to ride in like sidecars.
Yes.
Incredible.
Wait, we also know that the whistle's not real, right?
Yes.
So we know
Yeah.
there's not
There's not a
actually
kraken
Leviathan.
actually coming.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like we're acting like, oh no.
Okay,
to sell it to him.
And as the chariot begins to ride away, one of the bugbears just flips you off.
I think at this point, if they're bailing on us, Fiddles would love to go check out that chest.
Yeah, let's go back.
Leadhead is freaking out. He's like, "Whoa, there's a kraken coming, guys. We gotta warn the captain."
Fiddles makes a motion to Leadhead, like, do you want me to hold you? Like a sort of like, come here, buddy.
He considers it.
So, darling, don't worry. They don't have the real whistle. We got it right here. We're okay. I promise. Take a big breath.
The Etten is just like tromping after them on foot since he couldn't fit in.
James is with the goblins.
Yeah, James is.
Yeah,
Let's
check out that
defo
chest.
check
Let's
out
do
that
it.
chest.
Wait, let's check out the chest.
In
Oh, let's check out the chest.
Cage.
so
Let's check out that chest.
that big old pot had 1,000 gold pieces in it.
Ooh. That's a lot of money.
Inside of the chest is a orange potion that is warm to the touch and a rapier.
What do we roll to know more things?
If somebody has detect magic, you could.
Not I, said the cat.
Not I, said the half-elf artificer.
Then with that, you're probably gonna have to study this during like a long rest to see if you can determine it's.
Okay.
It'll
Does
take
the
longer than-
rapier look like it could be better than my rapier?
Yep, absolutely. It's also sick as hell.
There's flames on this one, too.
down sick as hell rapier and
2 middle fingers just on the sides.
It's one long middle
does
finger.
anybody have any hang-ups about me snatching this pointy fella?
It's all yours.
Pocketed.
The handle is engraved with solid gold.
Oh.
There's like a painting of like a black Pegasus on it.
Oh my God. Keep going.
Oh my God.
And on the other side is a painting of a white Pegasus.
Ooh, yin and yang.
A little major duality thing going on here.
Right, did you say
Devil May Cry?
Yeah.
White Pegasus lame.
That's all that was in the chest.
Very cool.
That's it.
Is there anything else?
Burp.
Anything else about this room? Any other? This little abbey that we're in has hella secret doors. I would love to know if there's any secret doors in this
Is
room.
there any like turtle-shaped locks?
Yeah, we're trying to see if in this very room there's quite enough joy for all of us. I think
There might be.
is what I'm rolling for.
Are we doing a group investigation?
Sure.
Roll a quick investigation.
Sure.
An 8 for Glint.
14 for Sue.
That's going to be a 21 for Fiddles.
14.
And a 7 for your boy Donnie.
Yeah, you guys scour the walls, like tear these tattered paintings off the walls, like overturn the pedestals. There's no secret doors. Fiddles does break the window, which leads outside.
Because my investigation check was so good.
It was so good that you accidentally broke the window.
The psionic blasts coming off of your brain created a shockwave.
He steppeth through.
And it leads, I mean, you can see outside. A different angle than where the ship is docked, though, so.
Whoa, new landscapes. Roll for steppeth through.
Are you escaping?
Yeah, what are you doing? Are you running away?
I figured just check out.
What do we want to do as a group? Do we want to go back to the pirate ship?
I don't know.
Because-
I kind of like the pirates.
Goblins were our escape plan,
I'm
right?
down to go back to the pirate ship.
Goblins ditched us immediately.
I think that it's been a while since I've had a crew of people that I like to be around, and I think it would be just totally tubular if we could spend a little more time together.
Aw, sweetie. It doesn't sound like we have to be be vampires right away. We could be pirates for a little
I'm
bit.
down. I'm down.
Leadhead is like, and also we gotta go help the captain because there's like a big sea monster that's gonna like destroy the ship if we don't help.
Yeah, we'll handle
Of course,
it. Thanks, man.
Fiddles just kind of whispers like, we feel like we should just like give this guy a break and let him know?
I already did. That's the thing. I
She
told
told
him.
him.
Yeah, we let him know. The next break is probably just to kill him, actually. Which I don't feel great about, but these are the options.
And we gotta go through, the captain, technically I'm in charge of making sure everybody knows the safety protocols of the ship, so, real quick, if there's a fire, we do have a mage on board to put the fire out, and if half the boat gets shredded by a sea monster, everybody's main job is to make sure the captain gets off on the backup little boat that's in the back of the ship. You pull a little lever and the ramp goes down, but nobody...
That's perfect, honey. Yes.
Don't get on it. It's just for the captain.
You got it. So I think we're ready to go. How do we move 1,000 gold pieces though? That sounds real
We
heavy.
could take
I'll
turns.
take 999 or
Do we?
It's a lot
Are we
of gold,
encumbered
right?
in this game, or can we just pocket that? Yeah.
Leadhead just picks up the pot, and you can see like his muscles straining, like the veins just like popping through the skin almost as he just like deadlifts it one step over the other. Like, okay,
Undead lifts it.
nice.
That's good.
So
Yeah.
Fiddles is for sure walking in stride with Leadhead and just taking pieces and handing them to the group as we walk. That's like 100% guaranteed.
well, just
For later, Leadhead. Just to make your burden easier.
Good point.
Lightening the
Yeah.
load.
And I can tell already. As you guys are making your way out of the monastery, Leadhead turns back and goes, well, the good news is it looks like you guys had a successful mission. The even better news is that means that you guys are going to join the crew probably tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, depending on how thirsty the crew feels.
Good. Excellent.
Just
What's the terrain like walking back to the ship? Are we like along the edge of cliffs leading into the ocean? Like, what are we doing?
It is a formerly paved path that is now like
Okay.
covered in weeds and dust. It's it's not difficult, pretty easy terrain to walk down back towards the ship. You can see the captain on the rails of the ship watching you guys.
Leadhead, you keep walking. I want to see if you can get small enough where I can fit you in between my fingers out there. Can you keep going?
Roll a persuasion check.
Please.
Oh
Nope.
no.
Well, the captain, I think he'll be mad if
I don't know, but he'll be
I'm not steering
he'll
you
be
guys.
mad at me, not mad at you.
Fiddles just says, Leadhead, go long.
You guys are getting closer to the ship.
I know. Yeah, are we?
Um,
I'm not ready to become a
and-
vampire tonight.
We gotta blow this whistle, y'all.
Yeah, we gotta blow the whistle. I'm down. Let's blow the whistle.
Sue's just gonna like fall behind Leadhead a little bit and hold it out open in her hand. She's not gonna be the one to call the Kraken, but she'll hold it out there. Okay, we're still walking.
Fiddles will do it. Fiddles will do it if nobody else will do it.
Glint turns around and grabs the whistle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is the only logical choice. What's the saying? Better the devil you don't know than the devil you do.
Fiddles starts counting out on his fingers the number of choices that we can make instead of this.
Better the devil that you are the. Better the devil that is the devil when you're fighting a devil.
God, Leadhead, I love you.
That's right, buddy.
Very good, Leadhead.
Very good, Leadhead.
If we return to the ship, we become vampires. If we blow the whistle, we call something a kraken.
The kraken's already coming. I don't know if
That's true. That's a good point.
Can we like try to make a break for it first before calling the Kraken? Can we just like 3, 2, 1?
No,
I don't know.
Where?
Other side of the
I
island?
blow the whistle.
Kraken.
Okay. As you blow the whistle, you see that like the rest of the crew are coming down to kind of help load you guys back up. You put the whistle to your lips and you blow. There, it's just the sound of like air going through a piece of wood. You guys look around in expectation, but nothing seems to happen. As the crew starts getting closer, Leadhead like hands the gold to 2 sailors. It's like, Captain, I think there's a kraken coming. The goblins, they were in there and they blew it.
For the only time it was blown.
It was them.
We have a fake. It's not the real whistle. We gave the real one to them in exchange for the gold that you wanted.
Protect Leadhead at all costs, dude.
And the captain looks at you guys and just smiles, and you see one of his gold teeth like gleam in the sunlight. He's like,
Is it one of his fangs? Is it one of his fangs? Is it one of his fangs?
it sure is one of his fangs.
Wait, sunlight?
Mm-hmm.
He died.
We
got him.
We won.
Got him. Checkmate, vampires.
And he goes, you don't believe that nonsense, do ya? These monks died and their god never came to their rescue. Get aboard. As his sailors usher you onto the ship.
Dang it.
They kind of start getting back to work to sail out. And soon the ship has set sail again, but it feels like the water is a little bit choppier than it was before. And then from below in y'all's chamber, you feel the ship lurch.
Why did we get on the boat?
We didn't have a choice.
You hear Leadhead up above. Captain, I told you. There's a kraken. And you hear all of the crew starting to rush to the rails to start manning cannons. You can hear spells being cast into the water as the ship lurches again.
Ooh.
Really, you told us that you have a boat down here and you know how to run it, right?
Yes. It will need maybe 5 to 10 minutes of repair work.
I don't think we have that kind of time. It needs to be ready now.
Fair. Yeah. Let's go.
On y'all's way to the boat, you guys see that crazed old man in his cage,
What about him?
almost like staring at you guys in just bewilderment. He's in shock. And the 2 elves are giving you guys side eyes.
Are they still locked up?
They're still locked up.
Wait, before we do this, is there any possible way to like lure Leadhead down to this boat with us?
I know I don't want to
It's
lose
possible.
Leadhead.
I don't either.
You can try.
I'm gonna run to earshot of Leadhead and yell, Leadhead, we need help big time for important pirate things right now.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Sure thing.
Come on.
Sure thing. That is an 18 plus 7, 25.
With a 25, Leadhead, who is helping push one of the cannons to the rails, it's like, Captain, I told them about the safety protocols. We're gonna go get the boat ready for you. And he just sprints towards you guys down the stairs.
Yes. I want to talk to these guys in the jail cells who are looking at us. I don't know if there's a way to let them out, but I want to tell them about the escape boat.
Is there an obvious release for these cells?
There is. Each of them, from the outside, you could pull it to open it up.
Can I open these cells? Can I let these people
Sure.
free?
I think Ridley's gonna say, "Hey, old man, right now, what's your deal? Tell me, what's your deal right now?"
Well, I just got initiated, and I'm loving it. Just trying to do my best to help.
Give me a big smile. Give me a big smile.
He smiles, and you can see his teeth are beginning to form fangs.
Okay, you two, elves, what's your deal?
We were captured for knowing a little bit of what these pirates seek. We haven't told them much of what we know, but torture has been rough.
Give me a big ol' smile, you two.
Both of them smile, and while they have sharpened canines, it is no different than what most elves would have, and they do not look similar to the vampiric fangs.
Okay, so Ridley's gonna look to all of you.
Glint's going to look at the elves and be like, let's try this one more time. What do you know? Tell us and we'll let you out.
There is something attacking the ship.
Well, we all know that. What do you know that we probably don't?
You feel the boat lurch again, and you can hear the creaking of wood.
You're running out of time to tell me.
The vampire pirates, they are seeking the last part of some sort of prophecy spell, something ancient that will help them expand broader than just beyond their territory that they're in now. It has to do with ancient magics that will make them stronger. That is the gist. It's a lot more detailed than that.
Do we have space on the boat for them? Do we know that they would all
That's a
fit?
good question.
You have space for 3 people
In addition
The
to
Leadhead
us?
and the two elves.
in addition to you guys.
I have some rope. Just a thought. Just a thought.
What are you saying? You're going to have them water ski? What's the rope have to do with it?
That's one option.
Hey, y'all, we gotta go now. So let them out or don't, but we gotta go.
I let the elves out. I open the gate and let out the elves.
Both of them rush towards the boat, and they begin lowering the ramp through the crank. Well, come on, quickly.
All right, get on the boat. Is Leadhead with us?
Leadhead is with you guys. Gotta get ready for the captain.
Yes, baby, get on.
Ridley is gonna do the fastest check. He's been on thousands of docks like this, right? In his life. So just a quick check on material supply, anything on the walkout. He is full speed walking to this boat, but just making sure that there's nothing that he needs to grab that would be helpful in the walk over.
There's a pole that has a loop attached to it for grabbing things that fall overboard.
Cool.
But other than that, nothing specific. You do know, looking at this ramp, that if you guys try to push the boat out, just without magic, it's gonna damage it further. If there was a way to basically make it quick instead of a slow heaving process, that would work. So the sail is tied up, and so that might be your first step of what Ridley would be focused on.
Just cutting open the sail. Cool. So we do that. Everybody's getting on board. You want to tie the elves up?
I think I just tie them up sort of together, hog tie them a little bit.
They would not willingly go along with that.
Well, we're their only choice, so roll for hog tie.
I don't think you have time to hog tie both of these elves who are
Okay,
fighting
Fiddlesticks
you.
tosses them the rope. Fiddlesticks tosses them the rope and says, "Hog tie themselves."
They go into the little covered area, sure, we'll do that. And Leadhead is screaming no, it's just for the captain. You guys gotta get out of there.
Leadhead, you're the captain now. But we are gonna help you because you've never been on this side of things.
I can't be the captain. I don't have a hat.
Okay, you heard him.
Yo, how close is the actual captain to
he's
us?
above the dock.
He busy.
In the middle of fighting the Kraken. You can hear spells.
Is there a hat near Donnie?
Not that.
I know that's a crazy question.
I have like a water skin that I can just on top of his head.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
It flops on his head like a wet beret. I am the captain now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love him.
Gage, my hope would be that Ridley is. We're now bumping up against Vince Kelly's knowledge of boats, but I would hope that Ridley would just navigate this situation
Ridley
with
knows boats.
some
We know
level
this.
of expertise. I want to roll for boat.
Roll for boat.
We can't push the boat down the ramp. It has to go quick.
It would have to go quick.
So the sail's coming up.
The sail's been unfurled.
Anybody got a gust of wind spell?
Glint, under his breath, says, "Shit. Everyone in the boat. All of you right now in the boat."
Yes.
Done.
Glint gets in the boat. He says, "Turn around. All of you. Nobody look at me. Close your eyes."
Oh, okay, baby. Okay.
I do want to be so clear that Fiddlesticks is peeking.
Davy turns off the light bulb on his head.
Thanks, buddy. Glint takes some deep breaths. He looks down and closes his eyes. Keeps taking deep breaths, and when he opens them again, they're glowing. A luminescent eddy of opalescent turquoise, seafoam green, and deep blue, shifting between these three colors rapidly. The light from Glint's eyes refracts through his spectacles that he's wearing. It's illuminating the sail up above us like headlights. If you were turned around and peeking, you'd notice that the swirling beams coming from his eyes look exactly like the sun shining through the surface of a shallow sea. Glint turns his eye beams toward the sail and raises his right hand. Glowing tentacles of light stretch from the back of his hand, crisscrossing his forearm, terminating at the elbow. I think all of your ears probably pop as you feel the air start to hum and vibrate. As Glint, full of arcane power, eye beams illuminating the sail, whispers only one word. Tempestas. And a gust of wind shoots from Glint's hand.
This gust of wind is so powerful that it helps the ship get airborne as it sails onto the water. And once you guys leave the immediate proximity, the shadow of the pirate ship, you guys can see that a giant squid has the boat wrapped around in its tentacles, but it's taken some pretty heavy damage. You can see all of you would know what a fireball spell looks like. And it looks like there's some pretty powerful casters on this boat that are just blasting it with fireballs. And it's still anybody's game. You guys know you need to escape. First, does anybody have proficiency in driving a boat?
Surely, Ridley,
Gotta
right?
be Ridley.
I would hope so, but I don't know if I picked that on my character creation. Vehicles, water, yeah.
Nice.
Yay!
Okay.
Yes, from my smuggler background.
So then here's what you guys can do. I brought you to the map of Eberron to show you where you are. There are a couple different routes you can take. You guys are on the coast of the Stormwreck Bay.
Yep.
Off on the eastern coast.
Right. Sue, Fiddles, and Glint. You guys can either make me a survival, history, or nature checks.
I will do survival.
I'll roll nature.
I'll do a history check for you. 12 plus 5, 17 for me.
11 plus 3, 14.
15 plus 1, 16.
All right. So with the 14, a 16, and a 17.
Some good rolls.
You guys are well familiar with taking the river. There there's an interesting phenomenon that happens with this river that comes from the coast of the Talenta Plains and the Moorholds. The river flows into the continent. You guys would know that if you guys were to follow this river, the way's perilous. It eventually flows into the Mournland. On one hand, the Mournland is terrifying and dangerous and mysterious. On the other hand, it is a great place if you wanted to lose anyone in pursuit. Down this river, all of you would be aware that there are all kinds of odd traders that come from all over the world that use this river to, pass their trades. Ridley and Donnie, either of you two can make one of those 3 checks as well: survival, nature, or history.
19 plus 1, 20.
4 plus 4, 8.
Okay. With a 20, Ridley, you would be very aware that this bay has its name for a reason. The Stormwreck Bay leads into the Tempest Strait. It's known for basically almost always being stormy. The waves beat against these sharp, jagged rocks, smashing you between the ocean and the cliffside. It's well known that there are ruined ships all over the place. If you believe your skills in directing this boat, more so than the pirate ship that will be chasing you, if it escapes, this would be a good route to take. You also know that the coasts and the islands here are full of all tons of weird creatures. Mainly, you'd be familiar with like the Kuatoa, these like fish people who live underwater. You would know that there are some aquatic dragonborn that live on some of the islands here that are not known to be friendly to outsiders. But that's what you know. This is the choice that you guys are faced with: is do you take the river or do you stay along the coast?
My vote's river.
My vote's river as well.
I feel river.
My faith is in the boat guy.
Tibbin River. Yeah, I think, we're also on a boat from the Fontina Marina, and taking it through jagged rocks is not a recommendation.
I appreciate that honesty.
It's more of like a weekend cruise vessel.
Okay.
There's just booze in every cabinet.
That's it. That's the only provisions you have.
Yeah, there's no cold storage for food.
The river basically inhales you guys into it. And soon you guys are coasting at a pretty good speed towards the Talenta Plains.
How is Leadhead doing?
Leadhead is looking back at the pirate ship. He seems to be deep in contemplation.
Okay.
Is it like he's trying to figure out his new, like the weight of his new role as captain?
Yeah, you can make an insight check to find out.
Yes, please. 15 plus 5, 20.
With a 20
15 plus 3, 18.
and an 18, both of you can tell that he is conflicted. His brows furrowed. Even under his new hat, you can see one of his forehead veins popping out.
It's all the blood his brain gets is that one vein.
There's one vein, but the flow is strong. He's conflicted about something, about his new role, about leaving his crew. And under his breath, you can hear him repeating that line. Earth fills the sky, and sky fills the earth. Blood stains like dye, reigns humanity's curse.
I think Sue's just going to kind of squeeze his shoulder and say, I know, baby, I know it's hard.
He turns to you and you can see him just like nod his head. But it's nice to have new friends.
Yeah, and we need you. We need you to lead us.
I guess somebody's got to, huh?
And that somebody's you.
I think I need to get a new hat because I think this one is gonna chafe my head.
The first port we stop at, baby. We'll get you a new one.
Yeah.
Okay. The elves did not, in fact, tie themselves up.
I figured.
That makes sense.
They are, each of them are looking over the rails and kind of speaking together in hushed tones. Soon, as you guys follow this river, the sun has almost completely set. Tall trees surround this river. You guys can hear the sounds of nightlife starting to wake up. You guys are on a party barge.
As the sun's going down, Glint is up at the front of his boat, up at the front of the boat. And he's like sitting, he's got his knees up to his chest, and he keeps like shaking his right hand off. It's still glowing faintly, but he's got it like tucked in his armpit. He is very clearly not super excited about what has happened. He's trying to hide his glowing hand.
Yeah, I think Fiddlesticks approaches Glint at this point, having like peeked at the whole magic thing. And I think Fiddlesticks just kind of like scoots in wherever he can fit next to Glint. And in a strange moment of non-levity, says to Glint, "Hey man, you okay?"
You saw that, huh?
No, I didn't.
I know you did.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Pretty wild.
Yeah. Pretty wild, right?
Does it hurt?
Doesn't hurt. I already stick out like a sore thumb. You know, why does the thumb have to glow green?
Hey man, I think this whole group is kind of just a whole hand made of thumbs, if I'm being honest with you. And so what if one of them's green? I mean, there's a bunch of green people here, man. And you know, I'm little, and I mean, Sue just seems to kill everything, and I think if you gotta stick out, this is the place to do it.
Glint doesn't really have much to say. He nods. Just says, "Thanks, Fiddles."
Yeah, Fiddles just pats him on the shoulder and gives him some space, I think.
Davy kind of stands alongside Glint, and his little lamp is turned back on. And he just goes to give Glint knuckles again. And you see that when he extends his hand, his little thumb is also glowing green.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. Fiddlesticks bursts into tears.
Glint gives it back to him.
The elves look at you guys and they're like, well, we don't, we could take watch. I imagine you need to rest. We found a way to steal some provisions, so we have a little snack for everyone if you need a bite to eat.
That's going to be a hard no for Fiddles.
I can cast Purify Food and Drink. It's one of my innkeeper spells. All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius are purified and rendered free of poison and disease. I would like to cast that spell.
Yeah, you can get a pot of water from the river and it becomes drinkable. And they have a little makeshift bag that has dried fruits and some grains. Then there's a handful of cashews in there. So everything is good to go. They have their trail mix.
It's river mix.
Yeah.
River mix.
And you have some drinkable water. As you guys kind of sit down and chew on your meager provisions, is there anything else anybody wants to talk about before hitting the hay?
Donnie, Ridley, do you guys want a cute scene too?
It's just all so cute. I think at this point, Donnie is just, he's taking out his yarding, or maybe at this point, he's got like his flute and he's just kind of playing just tunes. If you were to follow him around enough, it's like, it's definitely something new. He's writing, and he doesn't often write unless he's been inspired by something. And so I think he's just kind of taking some time to himself, doing some writing and humming a bit because he's working on some new music. I think he's a touch inspired.
Yeah. Listening to that across the boat, Ridley is sort of beside himself at the day he's had. And he is an older man who spends the lion's share of his time alone. He has one nephew. And other than that, he's a solo player. And so to find himself piloting a boat, like navigating a boat through a river, which is something he loves to do. Like he's never felt more at home, full of people that are like around him and with him for the sake of like just the role he can play in their life. It's a pretty weird day. And so he's just listening to country music, watching two young kids connect at the end, watching elves try and kill us all with cashews. And he's just like, what is this life? And so, not saying much, but just like really taking it all in and like, oh, wow, new days can happen any day, regardless of how many days you've lived.
Sing us a song, Gage. Little lullaby.
Leadhead starts like humming with like Donnie's playing. And as you guys are laying down, trying to make yourselves comfortable, you feel a sudden pain coming from your right wrists as the brand burns for a moment and then dies down.